Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Ethereum, its valuations against Bitcoin, as well as the US dollar. It is a new week, a new month, for a number of days, a new month. But these are the times that are fairly interesting. We'll get into the price action in a bit, but I also want to talk about the importance of the monthly charts. Monthly charts and the weekly charts, I think, are the most are very, very important in regards to navigating the crypto markets. These are the time frames where you're able to see the macro swings. And in my opinion, the swings are the place to be. There's hot debate about it. I get it. People day trade, people trade intraday. I get it. And for some people, it works for them. For me, I feel like the macro swings are the best times to navigate the markets. Negating moves like these, and you see moves like these, but be a part of macro swings like those. And to some degree, where we are right now, 208% above, outpacing Bitcoin since January of 2020. So those are the moves that I want to be a part of, not within the months, unless there's an extremely huge opportunity. I rarely do that. It's more so on the weekly and monthly time frame. And with our new month, I mean, already in the month of May, we're up 11%, 12% against Bitcoin. It's really ramping up hard. We don't know how high it's going to go, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. In terms of the US dollar, I mean, it looks even better on the monthly time scale. Look at this. Up 13.25% against the US dollar for already the month of May. We're finally above $3,000. We're at 3140. Um, we discussed briefly how there might be resistance. I thought there'd be resistance at $3,000. There wasn't. So there you go. It played it just like how Bitcoin did at $20,000. If you just look on the monthly scale, it just literally broke out of it very easily, like like a hot knife through butter. So, let's get into a little bit more of a specific smaller time frame, like the daily. So again, we are now within the band. I have this band drawn, noting that this shows some notable resistance and supports levels in the prior bull market for Ethereum. We saw this bit here that acted as resistance. This time it cut straight through. This acted as support, and we cut straight through. So with that said, here we are coming back on the other side of it. And we'll see if this acts as any form of resistance against the Bitcoin chart. Um, at the moment right now, uh, it doesn't seem to be the case. But we shouldn't let that, we shouldn't let the momentum blind us of what might be coming up ahead of us. And this is not a video on telling you, as of any other video, not distinctively telling you to sell, change your positions, what have you. You will do what's best for you, in the end, and I think that's the important part. But when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're on our sixth green weekly candle on Ethereum. This move doesn't last forever, but can sure as hell happen for quite a bit. So with already in our sixth green weekly candle, we'll see coming this week the decisive move of Ethereum. If we're still bullish, if things still remain the status quo, if Bitcoin still remains the same, which in my next video I'll talk about how it might not. Um, but with Ethereum, if everything stays the same, Ethereum has a very good chance this week of breaking this band. Okay, and there are a lot of factors going along with it. Obviously, the momentum of Ethereum is one key defining factor. The other one is the Bitcoin dominance. We broke through last week, this band here, and we're now within the territory of the 40s and 30s, right? This is this is altcoin season. I don't know how else to put it. um and we have dropped already. Well, I think most of it was last week on Sunday, but last week we dropped 2.26 percentage points. Again, very, very, very promising. It's very promising. When we see this breakdown, it really seems like the floor has opened up, and it's straight down to hell with the Bitcoin dominance. So this is another key defining factor. Momentum for altcoins are still on their side, and Bitcoin doesn't seem to be resisting it much. It's not seem to be resisting it much. So with that said, Ethereum is primed and ready to break through this band and reach up to the upper bounds of the chart. Arguably, it's already at the upper bounds of the chart. And if it does break this band, I'll be looking to start selling very aggressively my Ethereum back into Bitcoin. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm selling everything as soon as it reaches, past the band, but all I'm saying is that within this area here, I'll be selling very aggressively. If it keeps on going up, well, guess what? I'll keep on selling. And that's my strategy. You might be something different. You might be wanting to hold your Ethereum for the long term, in which case that is a fine strategy and you can go along with it. For me, I'd like to be a little bit more flexible and a little bit more open to market changes and taking advantage of it at the time. In which case, selling Ethereum when it's best to be sold against Bitcoin, when it's the strongest against Bitcoin, hence the upper regions. And, with Bitcoin moving sideways, it really seems like it's consolidating at this point, and we can expect a leg up in the not so distant future. Um, in which case, you'd be riding the Ethereum wave and then the Bitcoin wave. And I think, at least to me, that's very attractive to do. And then it cycle in and out of altcoins. With that said, with 33,000 done, um, where does the top of the band take us? Well, the top of the band is at 0.0601 Bitcoin per one Ethereum. And if Bitcoin stays at the same price at $58,000, which we know it won't, but let's say it does, well, we'll be looking at about a $3,500 Ethereum by the time it gets to this point. If Bitcoin increases any higher in valuation, then obviously the US dollar will also go up, and we'll be looking for closer to a $4,000 Ethereum. But this is all just wild speculation. We're going to have to wait and see what this week is going to look like. Will Ethereum continue to move up? A lot of things say yes, but with Bitcoin at $58,500, we are now at the upper band of its consolidation chart. And although a bullish Bitcoin is a great thing, an overtly bullish Bitcoin is not a great thing. If Bitcoin goes into price discovery mode, in other words, if Bitcoin crosses the threshold of $64,895, we will be entering in a price discovery mode. Bitcoin has the very high probability of going manic to the upside. Volatility starts to increase. Altcoins don't like that. Ethereum doesn't like that, and Ethereum will start to bleed. And so that is the shadow that keeps following Ethereum. The threat of altcoins, of a volatile Bitcoin. That's not something that we want right now, especially if you're heavily invested in altcoins. So keep an eye on Bitcoin at this level, $58,588. We will we are quite close. On the weekly time scale, it looks quite close. We would simply need to increase another 13% in order for us to do that, which is entirely possible over a course of a week. But with that said, at this very moment, things are looking great. Um, Again, I will keep you posted if Bitcoin changes that narrative. But at this point, Ethereum is writing the book right now. Ethereum is writing the story of this chapter of the crypto markets. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.